YouTube, what's going on, hey man? This is your boy BOKCCasting, and we're back again for the part 2 you guys were asking about. So I'm right here with my boy with
Lennon Nunez. How's it going, man?
man, it's been a while. It's been almost like 2.5 weeks, isn't it? Right?
Right. Yeah.
Man, it's good to have you back again. So, since we were talking about like part 2 now, we're in part 2. We're talking about like what we go through to our emotions, to our heartbreaks. And then we were talking about like our what was our first love, what was our first relationship, which you told me about what was my relationship as well. So you told me that you didn't experience, you don't have a girlfriend.
Yeah, I've never had a girlfriend. However, I've been in those situationships.
Yeah.
And that was one that really broke me, man.
Really?
Yeah. I'm not gonna say that I'm still thinking about it. Yeah, at the same time I do, you know?
Mm-hmm.
At the same time I do, but you just gotta move on and not let that kill you, you know?
Well, what happened? Like what did break you?
What it broke me was how well it was going.
Right.
And that we were going to go on a first date, and then my expectations were super high. They were super high because she looked like a girl worth fighting for, you know. I don't know if I fought enough, or well, she gave me the answer why she didn't want to go on a first date. She said, I really want to go on our first date, but she decided to cancel it because I was being intense.
Oh yeah, you did tell me this, the first part of
the first episode.
The first episode.
And what it still breaks me is that, man, she was a girl, let's say, worth it. It was worth it, that girl. And not being able to go on our first date is what breaks you. You're like, man, what could have happened, you know? It could have been something nice. It could have been something beautiful.
Right.
We had so much in common, and I really liked her personality, physically. I don't know if she felt the same way as I did. Obviously, apparently she didn't. But, well, I just gotta move on, and there's still more Christmas.
That's the main purpose you gotta do. Just move on, man. Like, I know it's gonna hurt. You're gonna suffer. You know, you're gonna have a lot of anxiety, a lot of depression when you go through to pain. That's literally how I felt when I first had my other girl from the last year. It didn't went too well. it didn't went too well. So it's just like, I'm over here why people are asking me now, like why you decided to make a podcast for me.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, they were asking me about that. So I was like, what makes you bring yourself a podcast? I was like, I started doing this since last December. So that's why I told you about Compromise TV with Jay and all, and then that's how like I decided to make my own channel.
Yeah.
So I decided my own channel. I was like, okay, I did my first episode. Now, what's next? Do I have to keep going more, or do I just stay there for the less to the grind? No. I decided to go to the grind, man. Like, I'm over here just, you coming here again, very excited about it. So, it's been almost 3 months now, and I'm trying to grow the channel up. So, that's my main goal, my purpose. So, since we're talking about heartbreaking, you know, I understand, like, a lot of men and women are trying to, do I believe in second chances? I do.
And actually, that's an interesting thing about second chances, because I actually read about this.
Right.
First chances are always given.
Right.
No matter what, they're always given. The second chance, you must earn it. And the third chance doesn't exist.
Yeah, it doesn't exist. Because a lot of people, I have my boy, shout out 42 the kid, Jay, again, he was telling me some, he's like, I don't believe in second dates, I don't believe in second chances. I was like, once you date me, you're done. But if it depends, if a girl is like really into me and wants to go back with me, then yeah. Me, on the other hand, I believe in second chances.
But, okay, if the girl wants to go back with you, even though she knows that she's the one who messed it up, she must prove it, that she deserves it.
But at the same time, you gotta prove yourself as well, too.
As well, yeah. But here's the thing. Obviously, you could have messed up something in the relationship, but if it was mainly her fault in the relationship, and that's why you broke up, but she wants to come back, and you feel the same way.
Yeah.
She must prove it. She is the one who has the responsibility of proving that she deserves a second chance. Then is your responsibility if you accept the second chance.
Goodness gracious, like that's the hardest thing to do when you're in a relationship, or you're single or not single. Like, I don't know if you guys understand by chance, like, you know what a second chance is. If you're dealing with a breakup and you're maintaining your breakup to the person who you're in love with, but pushing this to you, what is love to you?
Damn, that's a good question. That is a really good
That's
question.
what I'm saying. Like, what is love to you? It's not just like love isn't money. Money doesn't give you a love of, you know,
Affection.
and anything. Money isn't love, man. Like, money is like you're investing it. You're making extensions to it. Love is a choice for me. For my opinion, my perspective, love is a choice.
Definitely, I agree with that. Definitely, love is a choice. However, you cannot control your own body or your feelings.
Yeah.
If you love someone, you love it, period. Now, there's a difference between liking and loving. There's a huge difference because, let's say it's been 6 months.
Right.
You're with this girl or with this boy, and you feel that it's like turning off the flame and stuff. That means that you only like that person. But loving is also about committing. And it doesn't matter if you are in your ups and downs. You're still there with that person, helping them in their situation, no matter if they're poor.
That's what I'm saying. Like, another thing about that, like, I've been telling myself, like, if a girl dates me, if I'm broke, does she still love me, or she just want for my money?
Bro, the other day I was watching this TikTok, and I meant, bro, that is so damn messed up. It said, I date a broke man, and she says it sucks because the guy is one of the best dudes that literally a girl can find. Let's say it's like he is really into details. He really loves her. He does everything. The only problem is that he doesn't have, let's say, the money that she would like, because she is like, oh, my girls and my friends, their boyfriends are always saying, look at where my boyfriend took me. Look at what what my boyfriend bought me and stuff. And yes, at the same time, buying objects shows that you really care about that person, but it's not all about objects or all about money.
It's not about money and all that stuff. Like, love is just the character, how you take care with a woman. Because like, when you take care of a woman, and that it shows your character, when you really care about that person, you really love that person. Because what do you think? Like, us young men, we try to do the effort to them, but all they focus on us right now, as some women, they want for money. They want to be bankrupt. Known
as gold diggers.
There you go.
Now, for the female viewers that probably are going to be watching
they're going to be mad. I know.
We know that you're going to be mad. However, we are talking about this in a male perspective.
Yes.
It will be great to have a female here so she could also talk about this. But we're talking in a male perspective. So be advised about this.
Listen, if you don't have a girl, let's just say you're completely single. If you don't have a girlfriend, it's okay. But you can keep building up yourself. But if a woman helps as well, she needs to build up herself as well too. Depends how she treats you and how she acts to you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Therefore, whenever you're treating someone who you giving it all to your heart to someone and falling in love with that person, end up getting engaged with them, that's how you know that's love.
True. No, and another thing about love doesn't grow without pain. It doesn't grow without pain or without being hurt. It doesn't grow. If you still hurt and you have your painful moments with that person and you're still with them, bro, probably it is love.
Yeah. Because legitimately, like, I told my parents about this. I told my mom and dad. I was like, Mom, Dad, how do you do that? And I'm over here just like, bro, like, y'all been together for almost like, hold on, my 42 kids calling me. Hold on. Yo.
What?
What's up?
You still at school?
Yeah.
Where are you at right now?
I'm in the middle of a podcast right now. What's up?
Oh, shit. I'm about to go to work. When you're done,
Yeah.
just
What?
when you're done, just have them actually send it to me so I can download it in the morning.
Okay, say less. Because I'm in the middle of a podcast talking about relationship breakdowns and breaking up, you know what I'm saying?
Me and you gotta have a talk about that for our show.
Oh, say less then. Say less because I have my boy Lennon here over here.
Yeah, we can do it probably the week after next week.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that sounds good. We could have like how many like 4? It's like 2 of us and 2 people, right?
What are you talking about, nigga?
Man, like a round table.
Like a round table.
Ooh, that sounds.
Yeah, exactly.
It is awesome. It is awesome.
That's what I'm saying. We're talking about it right now, man. I'm in my solo channel, bro.
But I'm about to get to work. And then we don't have school Monday and Tuesday. And Wednesday I have that podcast at 1. And then Thursday
Oh yeah, I have one with you at 1 o'clock. Yeah.
And then Thursday I'm gonna be in class all day, so I won't be able to really shoot until after next week.
That's fine with me. I could be there at 1 when I get out of class.
Alright, you good. You better
All right then.
Alright,
Alright.
I'll send it.
I will send it. Damn, that was a good talk, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're trying to have a family, like a family table, like a fan table to go.
Road table.
To know what they're going, their thoughts and about this situation going on. Cause me on the hand, man. Yeah, continue what you're trying to say, man. Like I had a phone call. What's up? Yeah, what's up?
No, I mean I already forgot it. What
Talk about like if I engage with a girl, that's how love is. Actually, no. When you give everything all to her, instead of money, instead of all that. Yeah.
Again, it's not about money. It's about what you do in the relationship and stuff. But again, love doesn't grow without pain or without like being hurt and stuff.
Right.
So if you truly want to be in a relationship, you gotta be aware of those situations. Now, what should you do after a breakup?
That's a good question, guys. You know, you had to ask them.
What will you do? And actually, I have really good questions. I have good questions here. Like, let's go start with this one. Is it important to ask your ex any questions after a breakup? What do you think?
Yes, you should. You gotta make first thing first. Do not push yourself and push yourself into that pressure that you want me back. Don't ask her that question. Ask her questions like, what did you do when you break up with me, or like what did you do like after the breakup? Did you keep working? You keep working, getting all this money you're doing for yourself, working hard.
Mm-hmm.
Have you been focused on yourself? Have you been focused on your goals?
Yeah.
Like that's how it goes after the breakup. Like don't be like me, okay? I'm letting you know. Do not be like me, because I made the biggest mistake in my life to get back with my ex. I'm not gonna say her name, but I'm letting you already know about part 1, so you already know. So what I did is that I was keep pressuring her, telling her all of this stuff, saying that you want me back and all of this stuff, and like I have feelings for you. I was completely being a simp. Okay, I was completely being a simp. I'm just being straight with you. Ask her like basic questions. Like don't sit there and just act like don't be a bum. Mm-hmm. Just don't be a bum. Just be who you are and tell yourself these questions to her, and then let the flow, let life go its own. You know, like do your part, and she does her part. That's how it goes.
And actually, that is really good, because let's say the next time you meet, let's say in a cafe or in a mall, your ex, how would you react? How would you react? You will be like, man, I really hate this girl. Like, oh, look at her. I should say hi, something like that. Okay, now, what would you be a mature way of dealing that situation?
Okay, so
would it be like giving her a really mean face, like this bitch again, or be like, hey, how have you been, or how's life treating you?
First,
so be glad at the same time that she is moving on, or hitting her. Which one would be mature?
Okay, listen. If you ever see her in public, if you see her in person, first thing first you gotta do, be humble yourself.
Yeah.
And just be who you are and take the accountable what you gotta say.
Mm-hmm.
When you tell her, be like, hey, how you doing? Like, if she surprises you when you're there, tell her how she's doing. Tell her how you been dealing this, how you been dealing with that. Are you in school? Are you still working with the same job you at? You know, ask her like that question. If she asks you like, how you been? Like, how's your life treating you? You ask her, yeah, it's been pretty great. And if she, it can be weeks or days if she asks you like, now this is the one part that's gonna hit.
Yeah.
It's gonna be like, if she asks you or you ask them, you'd be like, do you still have feelings for me before we broke up? There you go.
That's one of the closure questions I was reading here, because it also talked about closure questions. And here's another one. Why do we have so many closure questions after a breakup? Such as, man, what went wrong? Why do I have this much pain? Why am I still crying? What went wrong? Why did we break up?
Right. It's just like, the more we say things, the more we gotta be careful what we think.
But now here's the thing. Why do we have those questions?
Okay.
Why, man?
Oh, that is a good question, man. Why do we get those feelings? Okay. Because let's just say you date her for like a year or two.
Yeah.
But then again, like when you guys leave, you still have those good memories with them.
Mm-hmm.
You have those good, thoughtful moments, like what you went through, and she was there for you. She was your guidance. That's why I said the last episode I said to you guys, women are inspiration.
Mm-hmm.
They are.
Yeah.
They are. But are they going to the right path that we're doing? We don't know. If she wants to have the right path with you, she's gonna have the right path with you.
Mm-hmm.
But one thing is that she will always be your guidance when it comes to a breakup. When it comes to a breakup, she will still your guidance.
Mm-hmm.
But what was the problem on that solution? Was it because y'all cheated? Is it because y'all didn't make it together, or y'all went to a different state, college states, or you were finding a better man than they were?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This is just like man. This is some masculine questions to know like what we gotta deal with.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like me perspective, like why me and my girl broke up? Was it because I was doing too much, or I'm a cheater?
Yeah.
That's like I ask myself those questions, like, because whenever I go back, if I end up having a new girl, I don't want to go back to the exact same thing what I went through.
And something that with those closure questions from previous experiences from other situationships, another question that I had was she talking to another dude?
That's what I'm saying,
bro. And actually, I'm sure that happened to one of my situationships, because I'm still talking to her. She used to be my classmate in the University of Costa Rica. Mm-hmm. She used to be my classmate, and we were talking and everything. But it wasn't the pandemic, so it was virtual education.
Okay.
So I was really far, like 2 hours from each other. And the thing is that I didn't have a car, bro. I was like 17. I didn't have a car. In Costa Rica, it's really hard to have a car, bro. If you have a car, bro, you have money. That is the thing. So it was hard to go get to her house. And actually, we were talking about who was gonna visit who first. I literally told her, I want to be the first one in visiting you. I don't want you to come first. I want to be the first one in visiting you.
To see, that's another thing about like that. That's what I'd be thinking. Like, I want to have a long distance relationship,
bro. At the same time,
but at the same time doesn't work.
It
I mean, it does. I mean, if it does work, if it goes well, and you have to see each other for the first time, the most craziest things in your life. Like, it's like you open a new book of a chapter when you see her in like short distance instead of long distance.
Bro, do you know what's the interesting thing about long distance?
What?
When you finally meet the person. Or let's say that you don't have much time to see each other. You have like every 2 weeks you visit her, or she visits you every 2 weeks. When you see them in person, man, the feelings go so high.
Yes.
The happiness is extremely high.
That's the main thing.
That is the difference between being close to your couple and being
long
far
distance.
from your couple. That was what was happening at the same time with the last situationship that I had, the one that I was talking to.
Yeah.
She lived in the southwest side of Charlotte.
Okay.
And I live in Lincolnton. That is like hour and a half away.
Yeah.
That was basically at the same time a long distance relationship.
Jeez.
But we were gonna meet in Concord Mills. That was why I was so hyped.
But at the same time, that's like short long distance. But when it comes to you're in North Carolina and you're at like, and she's at like where, Michigan or Nebraska, Arkansas, all of that stuff, like all that states are going different long distance. Like, it's hard to keep that relationship and communicate them.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing is, what are they doing when they're behind that camera? You know what I mean? When you chatting that person, that's the main scary thing.
We still have, I don't know if it's insecurity, but yeah, we still have those doubts. But it's just about, like, at the same time, trusting in your couple.
Right.
But you're still having those questions. Are they seeing other people, or are they finding attractive other people behind my back, or are they talking bad, like shit about me?
Yeah.
We still have those questions. So it's just, you know what, moving your ass, like I said in the previous episode.
The previous episode we talked about suicidal and
Suicide and depression. Do something so you are not focused on those stupid questions, because those questions is what are gonna kill you.
Yeah, that's another thing, guys. Like, again, for the previous episode, I was talking about depression, all that stuff. Do not waste your potential, and also do not waste your potential of a woman, because it's gonna show you that you did it for a woman for no reason, pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
But when you do it by yourself, and you have those habits, and you have the compassion that you can do it, that you've been like doing the right things, you're maintaining, you're achieving goals. That's an accomplishment to you guys. I told you this the last podcast. What did I say at the end of the podcast? Do not give up.
Mm-hmm.
Don't do it for a girl. Don't do it for your mom. Don't do it for your dad. Don't do it for your own good. That's the only main thing and purpose in life. You got to maintain your purpose. And what is your achievement? And why did you do it?
And moving on, and always building up, and being, as one of the previous questions, episode I said, be always 1 point better than the previous day.
Heck yeah. You just got to.
You are a 10 today, tomorrow be 11. The next day be a 12. A 13, 14.
Yeah. And like, it's like tomorrow will never be promised.
Mm-hmm. We don't even know if we will be alive.
Exactly. That's what my boy 40 shout out again, 42. But he said, "Hey, tomorrow will never be promised." Well, all I know is that I know what I'm doing when I get up in the morning. I'm maintaining my goal to finish it. That's the thing about men. Like, don't sit there and get your heart broken over a girl that it's not gonna last for you forever. You gotta find someone who's better, understanding, willing to have your values, your purposes. Again, like the boundaries, because some men like that, they need that. They want that. They want to see you and your girl going to the gym together. That's a good achievement and accomplish what you're doing. That's a goal that you want to maintain. Your losing fat, losing all that weight with you, both of you. And then whenever you're losing yourself, she's gonna maintain your guidance. She's gonna maintain your guidance, because at the end of the day, you're gonna feel lost. You're gonna feel like you're not being yourself.
Mm-hmm.
But then she's gonna end up telling you, "Hey, you're not going anywhere. This is you. This is who you are. So I'm right here to be your guidance."
And It is so true. This men are capable of anything, but when they have a woman next to them, pushing them, increasing their self-esteem and
Yeah.
everything, when they have a woman, they feel unstoppable. And I guess I hope that women feel the same way.
And
I
another
hope
thing,
that.
and also about like some women. I'm sorry, ladies, but some women like they want to be a guy's new Lamborghini, and then they ask me, I want a man that gives me, I want a provider. I want a man that pays my bills. I'm like, get the fuck out of here, bro.
It is true. I mean, at the same time, okay, do you believe that it's so true? Oh well, do you believe that it's true, this thing, or what do you think about the man being the provider and the women being the caregiver? Let's say.
Okay, I'm gonna be real with you about this. I'm gonna disagree with what you just said, respectfully.
No. I mean, I'm asking you. Do you agree with that?
I do not agree. I don't agree to that because like I'm not gonna let myself be all stressed out that I'm out of money. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
I'm gonna just like tell her, like if you're gonna, I want you to work and I'm gonna work, and then we can build each other the bills together, 50-50. You say you get the groceries, you get the groceries, I'll get the cabinets, containers, all this stuff. I get the plates. You're gonna take gas money. I'm gonna do the tires. If you're gonna pay the car insurance, I'm gonna pay the water bill. That's 50-50. Like
Yeah.
like it's like if she says, okay, if you're doing that, I'm gonna pay for the phone bill, and we both together the phone bill together. That's 50-50, man. Like that's what I want for a woman. Like a woman to understand me, to understand like if she's doing the right thing with me. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't want nobody. I don't. And like now we're in a modern era, man. Like it's scary and sketchy to find women like to find those type of girls, man. Like I've been saying, like my last previous podcast, I was with this girl. Shout out for Alex. She was like, what do you want? I said, what do you want for a girl? I told her, look, since you're here, like I'm not gonna say her name. I said, she is in this campus, but I'm too afraid that I don't want to look back. That's the thing about me. Like I don't want to be too. And I have a lot of social anxiety before. Until then, Jay, shout out, Game 42. He helped me to get rid of the social anxiety. Like remember I told you that last podcast, part 1, about I had a girl that I have a flip phone. And she think I was a part of the mafia.
Yeah, you were part of the mafia.
Yeah, and then she told me I was part of the mafia. She told me I had a wife, but nah. It's just like 45 minutes later we started talking, and then it's just like we just have that conversation, and then now like I'm gonna let like life build itself slow, because like it's dangerous me to find one that's out of the streets, you know what I mean? Like, this is what my mom said to me, and I'm gonna say this again, and it's very true what she said. She said to me, Josh, I'm gonna tell you this. You're not gonna find a girl that's in the streets. She's just one for your money. You're not gonna find a girl that's in a bar. She wanna be an alcoholic with you. You're not gonna find a girl that's in having parties that have a one-night stand. You're not gonna find a girl that goes to the strip club and fucks around with other guys. You're not gonna find another girl that this is from mom. You're hearing this. This is what you're saying to me. You're not gonna find a woman that doesn't believe your standards. It's just that the only thing you want to find a woman that goes to church, that believes in God, that believes the Almighty God who died for you, and has a great relationship to that Almighty Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. And I honestly, when I felt that, I totally agreed truly what she said, because my mom and dad been together for 26 years, man. And that's what I want to find. That's what I'm looking for. I want that story to happen to me. I want a woman that is a virgin, that understands her values, her purposes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like that's what I want for a girl, to understand like what does she wants for the Lord. That's like, I'm not here for the content I'm at right now where we're talking about. It's a good thing to talk about this because a lot of people are too stubborn to talk about it.
Yeah.
That's the main thing. Crazy is what's going on at this modern era.
Now, coming back with the breaking up situation, right? I'm gonna ask this question. It might be tricky because some people are still talking to their exes and this stuff.
Oh, okay.
Should you still be friends with your ex? Yes or no? Now, I want to actually answer that question. I want to talk about that.
Do you want to be say you break up and you
I mean, I've never been
Oh yeah, guys, this guy never been actually in a relationship.
But
it's crazy.
From experiences from my friends, from what I've read, because here's the thing, even though I've never been in a relationship, at the same time, I feel what they've been going through because I see, I notice,
by their true colors.
Yeah, exactly. I inspect, I analyze. So I've lived and I've read and I've watched a lot. So
novelas.
Bro, for real. But not everything is a telenovela. Not everything is a telenovela. So the answer, at least to me, is 90% no.
Okay.
It will be depends. But most of the time, I wouldn't be a friend with my ex. Yes, I will try to get along with her.
Right.
Because you should learn to forgive. Because that heals your heart. But would you be again friends with them?
No.
Depends. No. The only circumstance that I would say, yes, be friends or go back with her or with him is when you had to break up, but because you have to move to another city or because you have to move to another country. It was because you had to move to another place due to your parents or due to your job or situation. But if you break up because of because someone cheated, or because you truly don't like their personality, or because they really did mean stuff to you, I wouldn't go back with my ex. Because here's the thing. You're gonna live the same hell. If you had hell with that person, what guarantees you is gonna be different the next time?
Oh yeah, that's.
Okay, if you want to be friends, okay, let's see if you can. But why would you go back? Because some people, they go back with their ex couple. Why would you do it?
Hold on, I'm gonna stop you there. That literally happened to me last year. Like me and my ex girlfriend, we break up, we go back together. We break up, we go back together. Like
that's not healthy.
That's not healthy, bro. Because like I said again in my previous episode of my podcast with Country of Minds, I had an episode about this. I was talking about my ex-girlfriend, and guess what?
Yeah.
I said her full and government name.
Oh.
Yeah. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna say this. I was like, you're a fucking disgrace. You're a bitch. You did this to me, all this wrong. You act like you were innocent in the relationship, but you wasn't innocent at all when you was with me. You were dissing my family. You were dissing my sister, my mom, my daddy, my grandparents. You don't appreciate my religion. You don't appreciate my peace when it comes to you. You get mad at me. I'm gonna say, I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna keep going when I'm saying this. She doesn't give me no peace and love. But then again, when she breaks up with me again, she wants to come back and then lose my potential with her. All she wanted is
attention, bro.
Attention. She kept gaslighting me. She kept being a narcissist to me. Mm-hmm. And I'm gonna keep going if I keep talking about this.
But it's gonna take forever, bro.
Cause what happened to me, I regret dating this girl, bro. I refuse to talk about her name, to talk about her in general, because the more I talk about it, it's gonna affect me a lot.
Yeah.
And also another thing about breaking up in my situation and all that, I finally got myself a therapy.
Oh really?
Yeah. Cause it's been helping me a lot. doing a lot of therapy.
And how's that been?
It's been good, man. Like, I've been relaxed lately. Like, it's been almost a week. Like, I don't shout out my parents anymore. I don't yell at my sister. I don't yell at my grandparents or anything, or disrespect anyone. Like, it's been helping me a lot. Like, out of camera, like, I was doing a lot of things because I got to a car wreck, and then all that was causing through me, like, especially, like, again, all of that, like, the heartbreaking, breaking up, and then my anxiety, my depression was going last year. It went terrible, man. Like, it's like, it's basically what you're saying. Your life is a storybook. The life is your storybook. Like, you gotta maintain. You just gotta understand what people, what they say about your opinion, what you went through. They have to, the one thing they had to. Okay, another thing about having an ex-girlfriend, what they're dealing with. You can't just sit there and keep talking to her. You gotta listen. That's the main thing you gotta do. You gotta listen what they went through. Some exes, you know what I'm saying? To know, understand when, like, if they feeling ugly, if they feeling sad, if they feeling like I'm feeling ever since. Say a scenario like, say, I don't feel the same way when I was with you. You know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes, like Drake said, when the good thing goes bad and comes the end of the world, and then next you know your soulmate is with another person. You know, it's like your emotions are saying, like, oh, should I just forget about her or just, like, keep moving on? And, like, you give so many opportunities with this person.
Like the slang or the idiom says, la vida da muchas vueltas.
Yeah.
You never know what life has for you. You just gotta go with the flow. Yeah, think what you're gonna do, obviously, in life and in your day to day. But you never know what life is gonna give you. Life is full of surprises. You don't know it. Probably you're gonna find your ex, and she's actually really wants to go back with you, and you see that actually she changed and everything. Probably you should give her a chance. But again,
But at the same time,
I wouldn't go back. I wouldn't go back.
Do not put too many hopes in.
Like, your expectations gotta be low.
Yeah.
Or be ready for what is expected. Because here's the thing, some people would like go back. They will like to go back with their exes, and they're forgetting the bad moments. So when you break up with someone, write in a list why you didn't like that person, or why you hated her, or what went wrong with that. And whenever you have those feelings of, man, because it happens, should I talk to this girl again? Should I try to do something?
You know what's crazy?
Whenever you feel that way, read that list and be like, that's why I'm not with this bitch anymore.
That's like, you know, that's crazy. I have not done that. I'm glad you told me that, because I need to do that. I need to write these standards. What happened? You know, why do I don't like her? Like, write it down. That's a good thing. After this, I might do that. That's a great idea. What you just said to me. That was really smart and very, very, like, serious. Like, to find that to understand, like, you go approach to another woman, like, okay, she's not like this. Okay, good, she's like that, but you know, this and this and that. You know, that's the anxiety.
Like, you see that there are more cons than pros. So
yeah, there's a lot of, you know, anxiety. Like, if she's doing this, that, like, in the list. You know what I'm saying? And that's like that makes yourself like, is she's a green flag or a red flag?
Another thing, do you have doubts in going back with them? If you have one doubt, at least 1% of doubt, don't go back. Don't go back. We all have doubts and everything, but if you have more doubt than confidence,
right?
Then no, don't go back. Don't go back.
That's the most trickiest thing to do. I regret when I went back with her, and she was like, I wouldn't. Hold on. There's, like, the most cringiest thing in what she said when I went back with her. Like, every time she was like, Josh, I was like, I'm not gonna say her name. You know, fuck yeah, I'm gonna say her name. No, I don't know, because I might get canceled. I might get canceled.
Yeah, no.
It's a smart thing. Hold on. She was like, Josh. I was like, yeah. She's like, would you go back with me this time? And I was like, my heart was like, go back with her, but my mind was like saying, fuck no, don't do it. But you know what? My dumbass decided to go back with her.
So you were like that song that goes, my mind is telling me no, but my body is telling me yeah.
Don't get copyrighted. So she was like, the crazy thing when I said to go back with her, the first thing she was like, Dada. I'm like, yeah. I'm just like,
bruh, if she's calling you dad, she better call you daddy, man. Or poppy, something like that.
Yeah, that's one thing is like.
What? No, serious question, real quick. Which one do you think is better, daddy or poppy?
Shoot.
I know it's out of the topic, but just real quick. Personally, me, poppy.
I'm gonna agree with that one. I say poppy as well too.
But yeah, okay, coming back. So she called you dad?
Yeah, she called me dada, and I was just like, okay. I'm just like, I'm like, after that, like a few weeks later, we broke up again, and then that's the thing, guys.
It's a cycle, man.
It's a cycle. It's just like, I'm telling myself like, I'm gonna sit here and suffer myself and get in pain and get angry to everyone. Oh, another thing is when I was with her, I made her food at her lunch break.
Bro, that's my dream, man. That's my freaking dream. Make lunch or dinner so she can take food to her job. That is my freaking dream, bro.
Look, I'm gonna tell you this one. I make her food, right? Oh, this made me so mad when she did this to me, bro. I made her go. So I made bread.
Yeah.
An omelet with 2 slices of sausages, right? With basically like a sandwich, right? I go over there her break time, right?
Yeah.
I give her the food, right? She's like, "What is this?" I'm like, "I made this for you. You were hungry, right?"
Yeah.
So she bit it. She's like, "I don't like it."
Damn, man.
And I'm just like, you know what? I told this. I was like, you know what? Since you can't accept my food, and I can't accept that. Yeah.
Oh, that.
Yeah.
This dude ain't playing games.
So I was like, she was like, then we're not together. I was like, that's fine. Because at the end of the day, you're gonna be going back with me again.
Yeah.
And then after that, like around like last March or February, it started. Realized it was hitting me. I was basically verbal abusing, getting verbal abuse.
Yeah.
It's worse getting. I found it online. What is verbal abuse?
Mm-hmm.
So it's worse. It's basically telling me it's worse than getting hit and getting slapped by.
No, and we want to compare cheating
Yeah.
has the same level of traumatizing than a veteran in war. It has the same traumatizing level.
That's the main thing about, like, I'm just like, if I'm gonna do this, and then next, I'm just like, okay, let me stop here, because when I was like, let me stop here. I'm getting hurt. This is when I gained to 30 pounds.
Oh yeah, sure.
Yeah, because my Lost podcast. If you've seen the Lost podcast, you already know. So I'm not getting into that because you already know. Because I was dealing like verbal abusing. Like she always tells me like, she's like, I'm a good person. I did nothing wrong to you. I'm like, come on, bro. Don't just sit there and lie to yourself. And you already know what you just did.
For real.
Like,
sometimes people love being hypocrites.
Right.
They love being hypocrites, saying, I'm a good person, but when they are not being a good person, they start blaming, or they start looking like hypocrites. So, if you want to be humble, don't say that you're a good person.
Right.
Because the day that you don't become a good person And guess what? Everybody's gonna be saying, "Hey, you said that you were a good person and stuff. Now look at you. You're being a piece of crap and all like you're looking like a hypocrite."
That's, you're gaslighting the person.
So it's like what we say in Costa Rica. We say, "Sea vivo, no juegue de vivo." It's basically saying, be a good person. Don't pretend to be a good person.
Well, the thing is that what I go through, this was telling me like, I don't want to go back who I was. I don't want to be who I was, the person who I was before. After that breakup, everything I was hurting myself, man. Like I was losing everything who I truly was at that time. I was like 23 last year when I was dealing with that.
Being in the relationship.
Being in that relationship. And like she wanted me to move out with her. She because I didn't have enough for money for it. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like I'm not even ready to move out because if I'm moving out, I'm going to marry that person to move out with me. Mm-hmm. That's the thing I want. I don't want a girlfriend that moves in with me. No, I want a wife that wants to move in and have the purpose to pay all these bills with me. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And then the thing is, when I got into that, all that atmosphere I went through, I'm gonna give you a great testimony because I was raised born a Christian, so yeah, and that's why I'm trying to do my best not to swear so much, but to know who I am on camera and have these true colors about myself. Because my testimony was when I was dealing with all this stuff, and I went to my room, and I went to lock my door, clean up and everything in my room, and I was telling myself, I bowed down my knees. I asked God, I said, God, why am I suffering like this? Right? Mm-hmm. Why do I feel like I'm alone? I feel bankrupt. I feel broken. I feel so deep down, like I feel so broken without you. I was lost without him because I was with her. I said, God, I'm sorry. I said, I'm sorry for not listening to you. Mm-hmm. For not listening to you because who she was. And I was just pouring out of tears and told God, I said, God, if you know what I want, just show me. Give it to me. Mm-hmm. God, the Holy Spirit was saying to me, your purpose will come very soon. God was saying to me, you're gonna be okay. Your hands are with me. I'm gonna carry you where it's at. You're gonna be okay with me. Mm-hmm. I even prayed to him. I said, I want a girl to fall in love with to forever in my life. I want to get married until I die in my 90s. Mm-hmm. To fall in love with. And I said to God, whatever who she is, take care of her. Whoever who she is, protect her from all these men. All they want is her body. Because I am very, very scared with the person who I want to fall in love with. Mm-hmm. And when I was scared without God, I asked God, I said, give me your power. Give me your spirit. And I said that whatever was going in my chest, let it out for me, please. I was yelling so much. I felt so much fire in me that I let God give all my energy. I gave him everything what I go through. Because when I went through, nobody understands that building. Listen, guys, look. You know how hard it is to build up in a relationship with Jesus? Because when you're heartbroken, he can fix that. Whenever you're dealing with depression, he can fix that. When you're dealing like family issues, he can fix that. There's no need to be coming down the altar. It's no price or anything. It's free when you come over to ask Jesus for your help. Because when I went through that depression, man, and the heartbreaking, it was just went beating me down so much when I was dealing with that heartbreak. Mm-hmm. when I asked God for my forgiveness, I felt so in peace, man. Because at the end of the day, what am I doing right now? Working, podcasting, meeting new friends, man. Meeting you, including you, bro. Trying to ask God to find the right woman in my life. And like, everything in there is a purpose. That's why that God is showing me right now for a plan. He's showing me what it is. To receive what it is. And like, if you cannot follow God, He's not going to show your destination. He's not going to show your plan. He has a plan for you. You don't see it, but He can. You know what I'm saying? That's the thing about, again, relationships. You got to find the one who worships the Lord. That's the main thing about me. I want a girl that understands my relationship to my God. Because talking about God is the most powerful thing you can think about. Because and also a lot of things is off the topic. I'm sorry to say this, guys, but being a Christian, it's not about going to church. Being a Christian is not about having offering tithes and offerings and worshiping music. It's all good. It's beautiful and all. Yeah, it's cool and all. But being a Christian is finding the relationship with your Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. That's the main goal to find. Because without God, without Jesus, you're nothing without Him. It is true. You absolutely, would you agree with what I'm saying?
In part, yeah. I'm mainly a Catholic. Of course, I do believe in God, but for those who really feel in peace and they feel that they want to talk with someone, yes, Jesus and God can be great sources.
Yeah.
So I agree with that.
Amen for that. And like legitimate, like even I read there's a scripture in saying in that book of Matthew. The book of Matthew said that Jesus said to himself that I am the way, I am the truth, I am the life. Not by me, not the Father, because the Father is God. The Father is God. Jesus is God. Because I know for sure the fact that He can fix your prophecy. He can fix your prophecy to knowing that if you're gonna find that girl, don't find it. Let God find it. He's gonna find the willing peace in your life. That's gonna maintain your key. The reason right now for me, I'm in therapy is because I need to keep building on myself.
And something about therapy is that some people think that that's mainly for crazy people.
It's not.
Or is when you have an illness. No, it's never not. Actually, as a matter of fact, I have a psychologist friend who has their own psychologist.
Wow. Okay.
Even psychologists have their psychologists. And those psychologists have their psychologists. Like, everybody needs a psychologist because the mental health, it's extremely important, mainly after a breakup. Because after a breakup, you
it can be more
are
than that.
Poisoned of thoughts. You're killing yourself. So always having someone to talk with, God, Jesus, your parents, a good friend, someone, it is always healing. And more if it's a person who knows what you've been going through and someone who advises you. So people who been going through breakups, you cry whatever you want.
Listen.
Cry.
That's the thing about that. Men.
But no, continue.
Yeah, that's a good thing what you say. It's okay that men should cry. A lot of women say that. Why men need to cry? There's no need to cry. Yes, there are men that need to cry because what they go through, it's gonna be. They need to let everything go, yelling, screaming, just sobbing everywhere in their face.
From a world that asks too much from us, sometimes it finally can be like, it can burn us out. It can be a deal breaker. So whenever we've been in a point where we just want to scream, I would recommend to do it, because that's gonna let out all your anger, all your feelings, everything that you have stuck.
I mean, not just even that. Like, if you're feeling that type of way, you feel you want to cry, just pray.
I would truly advise, pray.
Just pray, because
cry.
Just
Yeah,
pray
have
while-
your questions, have your doubts.
exactly.
You know what? You know that phrase that time heals everything? It's what you do with the time.
Exactly.
Is the time doesn't heal you. That's a lie. What heals you is what you do with your time. So again, cry, pray, do whatever you want, but you gotta move on, because breakups
Or not.
are part of life.
It's part of life.
It's
man.
part of life, and it builds up your character.
And then when you dealing with something, guys, like, again, like, life is not about, listen, life is not just about relationships and heartbreak. It's about your purpose. It's about, like, what are you doing in your life? Like I said again, if you're without Christ, you're just being worth. It's like, it's sad for me, like, to say this, but finding Christ is the best way to find, like, when you close your eyes and when you pray, you end up being saying something, thank you, God, for everything. You pray and you say something, thank you for everything you have done. You pray and you say, thank you for letting your son, Jesus, that died on that cross for me. I want to be thankful for my family. I want to be thankful for my friends, my new support system. Because at the end, because, like, again, like, Jesus will tell you, who are you? And then you're like, you gotta be like, you'll be saying, Lord, didn't I cast out demons out of your name? And he will tell you the most craziest thing in the Bible will say. Jesus will say unto you, I never knew you. I never knew you. And that's the most craziest, scariest verses I've read in my life. I felt that type of way. I feel like if I die, he's not gonna know me. And that's the most painful fear thing I have ever. Because right now, where we at, this pulse doesn't stop until I pass away.
Mm-hmm.
Because what you're dealing with, again, a heartbreak, find God. Find him. Turn back to him. Because what you at this main podcast I'm at right now, find him. Or else it's too late, man. Because I'm giving you my advice to you, find peace out of it. Find love to him. Because at that point, he's gonna find the right woman for you. And she's not gonna find, he's not gonna be like, oh, this is not the girl who is in the streets. This is not the girl who goes to clubbing. This is not the girl who goes to one night stand. This is not the girl that goes going other man's pocket, out of his pocket.
Mm-hmm.
This is a woman who goes to your church, that prays the same Lord who prays for you.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's, right now, it's hard to find that. It's very hard. You just, like, let life build itself. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Let it go slow. Let it go in, like, let everything go with the flow.
Mainly because we live now in times where everything is rushed.
I had to deal with that. I want everything to be fast. My friends were like, Josh, you're going too slow. You're going too fast for that. You're going this and this and that. And, like, my parents were like, why do you need a girlfriend right now?
Now I'm gonna ask you, do you
We both got eyes.
Mm-hmm.
We got things that we hear. You're gonna find out until you hit that rock bottom.
Mm-hmm.
That's how you know who they are. What do you think? I cut all these friends, man. I cut all these old friends. They want to keep smoking weed. They want to do all these drugs. I didn't do that. I cut them out.
It's great that you have that guidance. Everybody needs a guidance. Personally, I'm gonna be honest. Mine is not God or Jesus. It's mainly my mom, but she do believes in God, Jesus, and everything. If there's a God, if there's a Jesus, which yeah, there it is. Probably it's making my mom an angel because without her, I'm gonna be honest, man, I will be doomed. Probably a bit by the age of 30 or 40, which I would know more about life, but right now I would be doomed without her. I know that I shouldn't be involved with alcohol.
It's okay. We all
and weed and stuff. I am fortunately not. I am not dealing with that.
good.
I am just a person who goes to his 9 to 5, which is a 6 to 2. 6 to 2. Go to the gym, go to school.
That's good.
Playing video games. Like I like living my life, going to the mall, having my life, but I don't like going to parties, going to clubs. I've been to clubs and it's not my
Your type.
it's not my type. I'd rather being at home, like having like a pizza party, let's say, playing video games with my friends, being more chill at home. Yeah,
That's fine. Like you know, alcoholism, like alcoholic. We like I involved in that. Like I was right in that area. Like I let me tell you this. I stopped smoking weed for almost 3.5 years, man. 3 years. I stopped smoking that because it wasn't for me, man. It was not for me. It was not meant for me to change my perspective, personality, and all that stuff. No, I decided to do that because what I went through, if I go back to my story when I went, that was the worst experience of my life.
some people do all that crap, even after, mainly after a breakup.
Oh my
You
God.
see that people in the bars drinking. And then they start singing.
Look at
you
this
know,
man.
the song,
This man
"Que
is-
onda perdida."
This man is the smart. Like this guy, he knows what he's talking about, even though he doesn't have a girlfriend. That's the craziest thing you said.
After breakups, many people get involved with weed. They get involved with alcohol. That's the worst decision.
But then
they ever
again,
do.
you do all of that stuff, and you don't have a value guide to ask God what's going on with me. That's the thing. Why do people be drinking alcohol, smoking weed, injecting cocaine, heroin?
Do you know what the excuse that I've heard plenty?
What?
It just feels good. It makes me forget. Why?
Just why? You're
There are plenty of activities that will make you forget. Working out, going out on a walk. Bro, you don't know how much it has helped me. A walk. Just walking in the park or in the streets in downtown Lincoln. Just a walk can be super healing. Just breathing fresh air. If you want to listen to music, go ahead, but actually I would recommend not to.
You want to hear the birds, the trees, the lake.
If there's a lake.
I mean, there's a lake. There's a lake. So, but that's the dang thing. Like, find that. Be active to yourself. I've been saying this to you guys. Take the accountable in your life. Whenever you're dealing a breakup, again, don't do nothing stupid to yourself. Don't inject things. Don't say things that you feel good. Take an accountable in your life and learn for your lesson to that breakup.
Here's a phrase, here's something that I learned from a Colombian YouTuber. So smart what he said. There's nothing more dangerous than an occupied mind, or basically a mind that is not busy. There's nothing more dangerous than
That's
that.
crazy, man.
There's nothing more dangerous than that, because if it's not busy, You're gonna stop having thoughts. You're gonna stop having doubts, questions, even thinking in actions which you shouldn't do. Drinking alcohol, smoking, or freaking calling your ex at 2 a.m.
Having a one night stand every day with another female. That's the other thing, bro. Fighting. That's not. You say that it feels good, and then it takes out all your problems. No, man. The only way you can fix those problems is just find a scripture in the Bible. Find something that will help you. Find God that can help your guidance. God can fix you. Like He can fix your mind, your body, your body language. He can fix everything what's in you. But a lot, like, again, we're in the modern era and everybody likes to be so comfortable. They like to be comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
And they like to be just like, oh, you're like, I'm like, oh, I'll find God later. I'm gonna do this tomorrow. Like, and then
Mm-hmm.
oh no, I'm gonna do that tomorrow. No, you're just making excuses, man. I'm giving you guys an opportunity, guys. Like, find that purpose. Find God is the only way He has your purpose, man.
Now, for me, I'm more of a spiritual person. Also, seeing your soul.
Yeah.
What is feeling good? Like, good in a good way, not good in a mean way. Like, again, drinking alcohol and that. No. If there's something making you feel good and it's healthy, it's there.
It's there.
Because it's healing your spirit, your soul.
Man, give me... This dude he knows what he's talking about, bro.
So, be always focused on you and not on others. And if people start encouraging you to do things which you always have doubt, then this is why. It's not there. It's not there. Think about your spirit. Think about your soul. Think about yourself. Never think about other people. And do activities that feel good and are good for you. Not activities that feel good and actually are bad for you. Focus on your spirit. Look, whatever guidance, God, Jesus, your parents. Always think in you, but your spirit and your soul are the most important things.
Man, I like this.
Man, I think that's a good closure, right? For this episode.
Man. This is a good closure. Well, guys, I'm probably gonna end here. And I had a great talk with this man, Lennon. Like, he's so inspirational. Like, talk about all of these topics, man. But I'm gonna end it here, guys. And I hope you guys enjoyed that podcast I'm at right now, because this was a very good speaking what we had to deal with in life, man. Like, heartbreaking, drugs, and all this stuff. Like, a lot of people be causing that. Like, a lot of people like to go back with their exes and all this stuff. Like, but the main thing that you want to go back, if you're dealing with a breakup, just find God in your life, man. Find Him. He's the only way in truth. Life. He can set you free. He can set the truth. He can set you free from the truth, man. To know who you are. But letting you know, man.
Love is quite complex.
Exactly.
We never understand. We can never comprehend how love works. But if there's love, I would say go for it. No matter if it's painful. No matter if it will hurt you. No matter if it actually will bring you great joy to your life. I would advise to experience love, because these people who are saying, "Man, I'm done with love. I don't want to go through that again." To be honest, I feel that those people, they just quit. Why? Don't be a quitter in this life. If you want to fall in love, be aware of that. And actually, love is something beautiful. Love, it is beautiful.
It's not a feeling. Love is not even a feeling. It's just like...
It's part of life.
Yeah.
When you think that you definitely don't need someone, at the same time, it is kind of true, because at the end of the day, you gotta think, you only got yourself. But you have love for yourself. Love is almost everything. Yeah. It's basically everything. Love for your parents, love for that couple, love with Jesus. But the most important love is the love that you have for yourself. So be aware and dare to love. Dare to love.
That's. I got no words to say, man.
Let's just finish it here. It was really good being here. I really appreciated the time.
Man.
I really appreciated the invitation.
Yeah, man. I'm gonna end it here, man. But this is your boy BOKCCasting, aka Josh. You know the vibe is, and I'm with my guest with
Lennon Nunez.
Yes, sir. But you already know. You want to leave a like it or not like it, but subscribe. That's the most important thing. You know, if you wanna request and you want to send me, put the comments saying you want to join the podcast, let me know. It's nothing will be paid. Everything will be free to come. So yeah. So this is your boy BOKCCasting.
Be good.